Hello YouTube, welcome to Dragon's Dojo Gaming. My name is Andrew Sellers, and I'm about to bring you all my Bavsarga deck profile. Now, let's get started. As you all know, this is the ride lineup for the deck. Next up for my trigger lineup, I run 4 heal, 8 crit, 3 fronts, and the overtrigger. I run 3 fronts in the deck because I like the extra guard power in the deck, and I like for my whole board to have extra power, and I like using 8 crit for extra crit pressure. That is it for my trigger lineup. For grade 4s, I run 4 copies of Trick Moon. I mean grade 0s, sorry. He's amazing in this deck because he's a 25k booster and countercharges if placed behind my Vanguard. It's just a really good card in this deck. No reason not to play it at 4. Next up, for grade 1s, the only grade 1s you honestly need in this deck in my opinion, 4 copies of Twin Buckler. He's a PG. The other grade 1s are kind of slow in this deck in my opinion, and you don't really need the other grade 1s in this deck. Next up, for grade 2s, 3 copies of Travis. In my opinion, he's the only grade 2 you really need for the deck. He's good for soul charging and being a 20k beat stick. Or a 30k beat stick if you persona ride. Now, for the grade 3s. 3 copies of the main unit of the deck, Bavsarga. She's really powerful, she adds a lot of pressure, and if you have units that add extra crits, you can put so much pressure on your opponent, having her swing for at least 48,000 power with at least 3 critical. She's amazing, and she's just a really strong unit. Next up, 2 Tribash. He's good for extra crit pressure. 2 copies of Adarla. He gets your order cards out faster, and he's a continuous 18k beater. Now for the order cards. 4 copies of the best order card in this deck, Blaze Spear. Blaze Spear is really good because you get to draw a card and you soul charge. No, not soul charge. And you get to play an additional order card. Helps you get your 2 orders so much faster. Next up, 2 Blaze Sword. It's searchable, and it's there if you don't have the spear. Next up, 3 copies of Blaze Shield. Blaze Shield's really good for your opponent's turns, and it's just a great card. Finally, 3 copies of the Blaze Gun. It's there if you don't have the shield, and it's good for giving your Vanguard extra drive checks early game. Oh, and the reason I play fronts over draws in this build is because of the guard power and the extra power, and because the deck draws and soul charges so much that it doesn't deck out as fast without the draw triggers. And that is it for my Bavsarga deck profile. I hope you all liked it. Please like and subscribe for more content, and I hope you all have a good night.